coming for you, Mario. We've seen your frickin' YouTube channel and we've seen your videos. We're gonna come for you. We know where you live. We know where everybody lives. We know where you sleep at night too. It's up there in Canada. You think we can't get you in Canada? We can get you anywhere, buddy.
We have the Vigilant Christian Mario talking about the Illuminati. Yeah, so just wrap your head around that shit real quick. We're going to be looking at the Vigilant Christian Mario. I hope you're ready for this, people. Are you ready? I'm ready. Vigilant. That sweet, sweet Vigilant Christian stuff. New World Order exposed. The Vigilant Christian. I love how the New World Order supposedly runs all this shit, runs mainstream media, just, they control everything. But yet they still let this fucker on YouTube to spout it all to everybody? That just doesn't make sense to me. Also, props to the Fiverr intro. Expose the worthless deeds of evil and darkness. I love how he thinks he's Batman, like serving up a whole plate of justice.
Hey everyone, it's the Vigilant Christian Mario, and you're here for another edition of New World Order Exposed. In today's video, I wanted to talk about why the Illuminati are so concerned about brainwashing the masses with evolution.
Okay, so Illuminati brainwashing the masses with evolution. I don't buy that particular hypothesis that the evolution is just merely the Illuminati, trying to brainwash us into anything. The reason why I don't believe it is that it's just ridiculous as fuck. To go through and have so much proof for evolution, only to brainwash us with it? Those things are antithetical to each other. You don't brainwash somebody with just general fucking knowledge. That's called learning.
It's so important for the elite to condition the masses to believe in something like evolution. And why is that? Well, in today's...
Why? I know in today's video you're going to tell us why, but I would really, really love to know why, because I don't understand this shit at all.
In today's video, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how brainwashing people into thinking that evolution is an actual human process is important to the end-time fulfillment of Bible prophecy and the establishment of the Antichrist.
That's right. Everybody, just listen to what he's saying, because it's our secret plan, and that makes all the fucking sense in the goddamn world right there. That we would let our secret plan be blasted out on the internet for everybody to see, laugh back, jerk off, and have a glass of whiskey, because that's the kind of people that we are.
Now, why would it be important for the elite to brainwash people to believe that this is an actual reality, that humanity is in an evolutionary process, that we've come either from a little cell, primordial soup? I mean, not all scientists, quote-unquote scientists, evolutionists agree, but whatever, they all agree we can't.
Wait. Not every evolutionist scientist, quote-unquote, fucking thinks that we came from, primordial ooze? The general theory of evolution by natural selection is that, we started off as single-celled organisms, and then we eventually evolved into more complex things, and we eventually got to the state that we're in today. I don't get where he's casting doubt on this, like it's some kind of ridiculous notion. I mean, there's several bits of evidence to support this. At every single level, from single-celled organisms going to multicellular organisms to, just everything that we see in nature, it being a product of evolution by natural selection. I'm sure that he's gonna dumb down evolution to the point where he gets it wrong, though.
Came from something, and then we grew into something else, into something, and we grew, and then we grew into bigger and bigger species until he...
Oh, fuck, honey, he's Nostradamus over here. I mean, he knew exactly what I was gonna say. Yeah, they always know what I'm gonna say, because they know the information. They just outright deny it because they're too ignorant to understand it. I mean, that's really what the crux is with every single video like this.
Humanity that we have today, the man and woman that we have in modern culture. But if this is true, it begs the question, what's next?
Okay, that is a good question. What is next in human evolution? Like, that is a good question. We don't really know the end point. We might have some good ideas, but we don't really know the end point, okay? So to suggest that we do, or that we can proclaim an end point, is just ridiculous. We're always going to be evolving. Life is constantly evolving. So it's not that big of a statement to say that we're going to change into something else. You know, I don't know at what point we'll delineate that we become a different species. Probably not until after we die. We're kind of the apex animal or whatnot here on the Earth. So I doubt that we're going to change much more, depending on the environment that we live in. If we go off planet, we live somewhere else, they'll probably evolve in different ways and look different over there, and they'll be known as a different species than more Earth-like humans. So, I mean, there's no real end point. There can only be branches.
Ultimately, why they want to deceive people into believing this lie is because it puts the question, what's next, at the forefront. Because if humans came from primordial soup or whatever theory, rocks, crystals, monkeys, whatever it is, whatever ridiculous...
Whoa, where did rock crystals get into this shit? Like, I don't think that there are any scientific theories that include humans evolving from fucking rock crystals or humans evolving into rock crystals. I don't know which part of your anus you're pulling this out of, but I can tell you, it doesn't have two brain cells to rub together to spark any kind of activity. Oh, it's the rock crystal part of his anus? That makes sense.
Evolutionary theory the government...
Would those be hemorrhoids? I don't know. Leave a comment.
Brainwashed you with. You're coming from that to something, and the natural progression of logic and reason is to understand that there's going to be a next step. So that is why they want to deceive people, because the next step is actually...
Is teaching people, like, what reality has shown us, like, is that really brainwashing them or deceiving them? Like, if I say, hey, you're going to fall to your death if you jump off the top of the apartment complex, is that really deceiving them? Or is it just stating, hey, gravity's a bitch?
Actually, their great deception. It is the deception that the Bible prophesied about when the Antichrist would come, that this would be his final deception on humanity.
Whoa. Where in the fuck in the Bible does it talk about goddamn evolution? I mean, seriously. And thou Antichrist will come once evolution has been pushed to the masses and they all believe that we all evolved from single-celled organisms. We know all this is bullshit. I've written it down in this book. Just refer back to fucking Genesis and other places. Like, seriously, I don't know where the Antichrist, like, I don't see how that's the cue for the Antichrist to come. Like, is the Antichrist sitting on his ass being like, would these fuckers hurry up and just believe in evolution so I can get this shit done? God damn.
And it's even begun in the New Age movement. I'm going to be exposing this movie called The Celestine Prophecy based...
Okay, so if you guys are new to Vigilant Christian or don't really know much about Vigilant Christian's past, he was once in the New Age movement, and he was he's even against yoga now. Like, I had no idea yoga was some kind of anti-Christian propaganda shit, but apparently that's what he believes. I really don't understand how downward-facing dog can be anti-Christian, other than the fact that you got men doing it and they're presenting their assholes to other men. Like, that seems a little gay, I guess. I could see why you might hate it then. But, I mean, seriously, I don't get where yoga is anti-Christian. Oh, is it sodomy? That's it? Okay. Oh, yoga pants! That's right! Yoga pants make men fantasize about fucking women, and then they go out and they, like, rape them. And so, therefore, yoga pants are the problem in the women that wear them. Because Christian logic.
On the books of the Celestine Prophecy. Because the New Age movement has adopted the theory of evolution and has tried to answer the question of what's next. They believe they know what's next. So in the movie, I'm just going to show you how this theory of evolution even plays out into spiritual deceptions. This is a clip from the movie. So you have the main character who is a teacher.
Okay. So he's going through this movie, and I can already point out, like, I don't know if you can point out the problems that you see in this picture. Let me know in the comments if you can point them out as I'm doing it. All right, so it's got evolution ? First of all, there's no question about evolution. Evolution takes place. Evolution by natural selection is a proven scientific theory that stands up to rigorous testing. There has not been a creationist hypothesis that has come even close to unseating evolution as a scientific theory. I mean, they literally have magic and we have evidence. You can't beat evidence with fucking magic. Unless you're Harry Potter or something, I guess. But, fuck. Anyway, so, in this picture here, it has, like, the Big Bang and universes, starting up or whatnot. See, this is a common theme amongst people that deny evolution. They are so ignorant about the subject that they think that the Big Bang is included in evolution. So physicists and astronomers and everything, they will characterize, like, how universes are created and destroyed and how that whole process goes by using the word evolution, but it's not biological evolution, which is exactly what this video is gearing to destroy. And it's just simply not. They're different types of evolution. And what he's attacking here is biological evolution. But even in this movie here that he's trying to debunk, it's a really just a straw man movie, because nobody in their right mind is going to say that the Big Bang and how our universe got here in the first place is part of evolutionary theory.
Sub-teacher, and this is him looking on the wall. So if you notice here, he's looking at the story of creation. Yeah, the lie, by the way. But the New Age movement isn't spiritually discerning to know that this is a lie, so they have adopted it. But see how good it fits in here. Okay, look, so the story of evolution, Big Bang, woo, okay, and then primordial soup or whatever, oh, little creatures, little bugs, oh, okay, for...
Do you like how he's trivializing, like, the actual part that is biological evolution? Like, he points out the single-celled organisms as primordial soup. Like, as if you can go to, like, goddamn Panera and be like, can I get some primordial soup? I feel like growing an animal today. And I don't see how he could just go through this and be like, oh, look, little animals, look, there's a salamander, oh, fish. And think that he's, like, actually refuting anything. I don't know, this is an interesting way to characterize it, getting to this part, but I mean, holy shit, man.
For some reason, we're just changing completely into new organisms all of a sudden.
Okay, so he says he's making light of the fact that the animals are just changing, going from salamander to stegosaurus. And I get where he might be a little confused if he's ignorant as fuck, which he is. There are millions and millions and millions, if not billions, of years represented in these pictures. So I don't think that he's grasping that. Like, to him, shit happens immediately. God said that there will be light. Boom, it was there. God created man. Boom, didn't fuck around with that, but he took 6 days to get there.
And we keep going, and oh, now we're monkeys, oh, now we're men, and okay, and now we're here. And notice what he does. What's next? Because you see, the theory of evolution does that. It brainwashes people to believe that there is something coming, something.
No, it doesn't brainwash people. It teaches us that everything has been a transitional fossil. See, this is something that you regularly have to explain to this type of ignorance, is that, every animal, every organism that has existed and will continue to exist is a transitional form from one state to another. So we are currently a transitional form. In America, we're getting fatter. I'm fairly certain that we're probably going to turn into that blueberry girl from the chocolate factory deal. I just think that it's really kind of funny how he describes it as brainwashing when it's really just teaching. I know it itches when, like, you learn something, but just try to hold on a little bit there, Mario, and actually learn some shit.
Next. And that is part of the brainwashing, because the elite are preparing the masses for a final...
Holy fuck! Did you look at this picture? You got that poor girl down there. I can't tell where she's looking at. Is she looking at God or is she staring at the camera? And then you got the angry, I guess, atheist kid in the purple hat there being monitored by the cameras. Apparently, we're being deliberately dumbed down. I don't know who the fuck wrote that up there on top, but you got the students writing help and, like, I don't know, some kind of weird squiggly line. I guess maybe they're having a stroke. You got the one kid over there that looks like he's from The Walking Dead or something. God damn. Apparently, the cell phones are burning his brain out or something. I don't know. Let's see, you got another kid sleeping. Those kids just look like they're in school, bored as fuck. This kid down here has got a Prozac thing. Apparently, she's drugged out of her mind on Red Bull and Prozac. I don't know. Like, I don't know what kind of effect that would have. It's like I feel nothing, but I'm really energetic about it. And then you got Ritalin too. God damn, where does he find this picture?
Deception to move them into a new world order. And part of that will be to offer them that very step in evolution. Soon, probably in the next couple decades, 2 to 3, 4 decades tops, humanity will be offered a step in evolution. You don't believe me? It's happening right now.
Okay, this is what we would call, you know, us scientific people, this would be like artificial evolution. Because that's us adding machines to our bodies in order to quote-unquote evolve us. That doesn't make us like evolve or anything like that, nor is it the same thing as biological evolution that has happened so far. Transhumanism is not the next step in evolution. Transhumanism is just us modifying our bodies so that we can quote-unquote live forever. It's not the next step in human evolution because human evolution would include the biological evolution, and that is obviously artificial evolution.
Ray Kurzweil, a Google executive, has been out talking about how, I believe his estimation is 2040 approximately, that through technology, humanity can merge with machine and take that next step in evolution. And in fact, we will be immortal and not die. Time Magazine, 2045, the year.
Oh God, look at that. That is exactly fucking Matrixy shit right there. That is Matrixy shit right there. Look at that. That is definitely coming true. Machines will take over. We will be battery type slaves.
The year man becomes immortal. The year man evolves. Because think about it, in our current state, we die. We have the physical death that will occur. Now, if we were to go to a state in which we would have a body that we could inhabit that would not die, that is a step in evolution. So you see, they're preparing the masses by brainwashing them when they have them in the schools, which they own and operate, condition them, and because the masses believe that whatever's most popular, oh, you know, everyone believes in evolution and the schools tell us and all the scientists tell us, because they play that angle out, people just buy it and they end up deceived ridiculously.
Nobody, I don't think anybody actually believes this is the definite next step. Like there's been many transhumanism people to suggest what we could do with our bodies, but that doesn't mean that it's the next step in evolution. Because for it to be the next step in evolution, we would have to change our DNA to the point where we're born with that shit. I really don't see our DNA changing like that. Like, that's not a real, guess as to how our DNA could change. That's just stupid. Not to say that transhumanism is stupid. I don't think it is. I think that we definitely will start integrating machines more into our bodies and everything like that. But I don't think that it's going to get as extreme as he thinks it's going to get. Could it be as extreme? Sure. But I don't think that's going to be the norm. And that's kind of what I'm talking about here. Is like, what is the norm?
And at the end of time, they will end up deceived by the Great Deception. You see,
the Great Deception, evolution. That's where all this shit falls apart. You start believing evolution, there's anarchy, and people are just raping everybody in the streets. Doesn't matter if it's man, woman, or a mouse. They'll fuck them right there in the street.
What they're going to offer them is a evolution by either technological changes in the body, nanotechnology, also DNA. We're getting to the point now that we can do things in the DNA and mix and play God. That's what these scientists are now going to be doing. They're going to be offering humanity a step in evolution to become like gods through their science, right?
Okay, so I know that just recently the CRISPR genetic editing or whatnot. I know that they've seen a lot of progress with that. And I'm sure that that blew his fucking mind, and he was sitting there on his couch like, see, I told you, Illuminati gonna change our DNA. It's gonna be mandated and everything. The Illuminati's gonna change us by force. Like, I'm sure that's how he reacted to it, but I really don't think that it's all this shit. Like, it's really not. It's really not as crazy as he wants to make it out to be.
Immortal. They're going to offer man immortality through their technology because they are playing God. But the Bible actually reveals that all of these things are evil, that this science that these people are trying to accomplish, to make themselves immortal, to live forever, to be like God, to create their own things through cloning and creating different species by splicing different species in their DNA.
God damn it, I cannot wait until we get like a literal spider monkey. Like, that would be some crazy shit, wouldn't it? You go to the zoo, and it's like, Mommy, can we go to the spider monkey part? It's like, fuck no, kid. Those things are creepy as fuck. They got those teeth and the 8 arms and shit, and it just looks like it wants to eat me. What about dogs? Let's see. We could splice 2 animals together. Ooh, a fish with 4 legs that takes a shit everywhere all over your house. That would be awesome. I mean, seriously, he thinks that we're just going to be splicing together different animals' genes and everything like that. We're going to get some weird, crazy, like, goddamn goldfish retriever kind of deal. And that's just not what that's going to be, like, at all. Like, there's nothing to suggest that we're going to start doing that. Start doing it, and maybe I'll say something about it. But, I mean, until we start actually leaning in that direction, there's no reason to lose your head and call it Illuminati conspiracy to bring forth the Antichrist. You just sound like the weird guy on the street that jerks off and then says the Lord is coming.
All these weird things that these Illuminati scientists are doing, their plans will fail.
I'm sorry, I just gotta laugh at Illuminati science. I just really, like, Illuminati scientists. Like, can you just see, like, the Illuminati scientists working up in their fucking castle on top of Mount Doom or something? They're just up there like, we gotta fool these people into evolution. They got their beakers and shit going everywhere. And then the big guy's like, of course we gotta fuck them around with evolution. What do you think we are? Some kind of jackass over here? We're going to make people believe in fucking evolution so that we can bring forth this Antichrist character, and then we can destroy them like real Americans.
And what we consider as great science nowadays, we're going to realize was ran by a bunch of Nazi nut jobs who were trying to become like God on this hell-bent, delusional mission to become like God, because that's what they...
Whoa, where did the Nazis come into this shit? Like, seriously, this was made 2 years ago. Where the fuck did the Nazis come from? Like, seriously. And hashtag PewDiePie did nothing wrong, but Nazis have no fucking reason to be in this video. Like, the Illuminati scientists really just fucking Nazis up there at the Antarctic. These Nazi scientists fucking hating on the Jews. They're the reason why Jews are being attacked right now. What do you mean you know about the Nazi scientists? You're not supposed to know about the Nazi scientists. Fuck you for figuring that shit out.
They want. The Illuminati want to become like God, right? You guys want to evolve? Want to evolve from monkeys into gods. That's the lie. And the majority of you are going to fall for it. So I just wanted to make a video here because a lot of people don't understand how the evolution lie fits into the plans for the New World Order and Bible prophecy. It's very important because humanity must be deceived into thinking there is a coming evolution so that they can hook, line, and sinker swallow the end-time deception that they can become like God through transhumanism or transforming their DNA, genetic modification.
Like, seriously, how is that the marker for the Antichrist to come? Like, I don't know what kind of signal flare needs to be shot up for the Antichrist to come, but I'm fairly certain that everybody accepting evolution and you being the one holdout Christian is not going to be the sign of the Antichrist coming. And just for reference, the Antichrist has been coming since... Yeah, since Jesus died on the goddamn cross.
This is the Vigilant Christian saying, God bless each and every one of you, and as always, stay vigilant.
You just called most of your subscriber base these mindless morons. And apparently, you and the other true believers are the only ones that aren't deceived by the Antichrist flare gun that's being sent up. You gotta love how deeply entrenched Mario is on the Vigilant Christian. I mean, it really is amazing to me how much he believes in this shit. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you joining me tonight. I hope you have a lovely, lovely night. Don't forget to stand up and use your voice, because it's going to be important. It's very important to use your voice. I'll see y'all later.